comic books, baseball cards, rocks, bottle caps, stamps, coins, dolls. These are all examples of things that people like to collect. However, some people out there, like myself, happen to have decent collections of model airplanes. Today's video is about exactly that, as I will be showing you my entire model aircraft collection. I hope you enjoy this long-awaited video, my last one of the year. How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite aviation channel, and today we are doing a video that has been a long time coming. I've been getting so many requests to do it, and finally I've found the time to make this video. We're going to be doing my full model aircraft collection update as of 2021. This is going to be my last video of the year, and this is my third time doing these type of videos. Last time I did one was back in, I think, August or July of 2019, so well over 2 years ago. Back then, the collection was at 107 models total. Fast forward to today, the collection has more than doubled in size. We are now at 225 models, which is crazy. I really didn't think it'd get that big. That's pretty worrying as well. 225 models, the vast majority of them are in 1/400 scale. I also have one in 1/500 scale, and a few in 1/250 and 1/200 scale, and obviously you'll see all of them in this video. So that's 225 models in total, 62 airlines in this collection, representing 37 countries. So very, very diverse collection. Definitely one of the more diverse ones out there on YouTube, and it's pretty cool to see, just have all these models laid out on the table and see the different liveries and countries that are represented here. It's pretty cool. So I have 2 tables worth, almost 2 tables, filled with all these models, and these are mainly my 1/400 scales, and then I have a couple random ones at the end, and then in the next segment of this video I will show you the other display models that I have. So hopefully this video doesn't take too long. This is gonna be my second time shooting this. I shot it a few days ago, which included both this airline model collection and also all my airline memorabilia collection, like I did back in 2019. That video was insanely long. It turned out to be an hour and a half, and so I decided that my computer can't really take all that space, so it was impossible for me to upload that video. So I had to reshoot this entire thing, which is what I'm doing now, and it's just going to be models, and maybe I'll do airline memorabilia as a separate video. But in total, this collection, as a very, very rough underestimate, would be worth somewhere around $10,000. Definitely not accurate, because every model is priced differently depending on the scale and the size of it. So it's very much more than $10,000. It could be $13,000 or $15,000, and that's not to flex or anything. That's literally what this total value of the collection stands at, somewhere around $10,000. And the reason how I could somewhat determine that is that I just went ahead and guessed that the average price of a 1/400 scale model, which is the scale that I have most models of, average price is somewhere around maybe $40, $45. Multiply it by 225, it gets you somewhere around 10, 11,000, I would say. But obviously that's very inaccurate, because not all my models are $40, $45. Some were cheaper, some were more expensive, especially my 1/200s. Like 1/400 scale models, they range anywhere between, these days, like 40 to 60, and then the bigger ones, 1/200, will be like 60 to 140, 150. So yeah, that's a very, very big price gap, and obviously with inflation, the models are way more expensive than they were back in 2012 or 2013. I remember some of these models I actually bought for like 20, 25 bucks, and now the same model you would have to pay at least 30, 35, 36 these days, which is crazy. But enough talk, let's get started with the video. I hope y'all enjoy it. It's going to be a long one, but it hopefully will be worth it in the end. Alright, hey everybody, so before we get into the actual collection update, I wanted to briefly show you all where I keep my models. So this is pretty much my entire 1/400 scale collection, aside from 5 1/400 models that I keep as display models elsewhere. This is
the vast majority of my 1/400 scale aircraft. So I have these 3 shelves here, and on each of the 3 shelves I have 4 levels that are taken over by the models. So this is where they are. Pretty much the ones that are not used in the airports, they are here. And this is actually the entire collection. Like I said, I have the entire collection laid out, aside from 5 models here. So I'll go ahead and briefly show you all the different levels before we get into the actual collection in a few moments. So here I have my American Airlines wide bodies and some 737s here. Over here are some more North American carriers. I have some American retros back there, the 757 and MD-80s, Alaska, Allegiant, Spirit, Frontier, JetBlue, Southwest, whatever, all that. Sorry, moving down here, I have my entire UPS fleet back there, and then we're getting into some European airlines and the UK. And I have Lufthansa, Turkish Airlines, SAS, some more Europe back here. And here's my United wide bodies, all Boeing here, and then some 75s and 737s. Delta, Hawaiian, Air Canada. It's basically more North American airlines, and then also Iceland. And then on this shelf I have all my cargo 747s back there, and then my Prime Air 737, and then I got some Central American Airlines here, and then all of my United and American regional jets are here, along with the United and American Airbus narrow bodies, 319, 320s. This shelf is exclusively Qatar Airways. It just happened to be like that, and I do have some extra space, which is good. I have South Asia here, and Southeast Asia, and also Australia. Far East Asia down here, and I have the Middle East for these 2. So I have Emirates and Etihad up here, and then I have some more Middle Eastern carriers down here, and then also Africa. Ethiopian is the only African continent. Ethiopian is the only airline from the African continent that I have in my collection as of now. And then down there are all boxes, and then there's some more boxes up here, and then my bigger models, they have their own side there. So yeah, and then I also wanted to show you guys some more stuff. This is a rocket, a model rocket that I made in my aerospace engineering 100 class in college. Myself and a partner, there was a rocket project that we had to do. So this is the one that we made. It flew up to like 325 feet or something, which was not the record in the class, but that's pretty cool. So I have that. And then here's a little glider that this is our second project in that class. This glider flew about 80 feet. So I have it here. And the reason I have both of them is because I'm the only member of both groups that actually lives in Champaign, so it was easier for me to just take the projects home, and so I have them here. So yeah, this is where I keep my models pretty much, and then I have my bigger display, like those models you see they're on the other side of this wall. Actually, you'll see it later in the video. And then I have some, like I said, 5 other 1/400 scale models that I keep elsewhere in the basement. And apologies for the background noise, I can't control that. But hope you enjoyed this segment. Now let's get into the main part of the video, the full collection update. I hope you enjoy.
Alright, so now let's actually get into the full collection here. As you can see, 2 full tables are pretty much taken up by the vast majority of my aircraft here. Some more facts before we get started. The 3 biggest airlines that I have represented in this collection are American, United, and PIA. So funny enough, American and United actually each have 30 planes, which is a really funny coincidence. I don't know how that played out, but United's got 30, American's got 30, and PIA back there has 13. So it's a big difference between 3rd place and 2nd and 1st place. United will soon be the number 1 because I have 3 more United models on pre-order: the 757-200 new livery, 739 new livery, and 737 MAX new livery. So those are going to be coming in by next month. And then American, I have 1 more, which is a E175. So that's 31 total, and then that'll be 33 for United. So United will soon be the number 1, basically. All right. I tried to group the airlines up, or the models, by geographic region, so you can kind of see it. This is pretty much North America, and then it just blends into Europe and then Asia back there. So I tried my best, but then it just kind of fell out of place. But that's the basic idea, is that the models they're all grouped based on geography. So Yeah, let's get started. I don't want to make this too long. It's probably going to be pretty long though, but we'll start here with the Americans. Most of my models are Gemini jets, so I won't even mention the manufacturer unless they aren't Gemini jets. So we'll start here. Two American ERJ 145s. This one is the newest one that Gemini just released just last month, so I got this actually just last week. So I have two of these. I used to have another one, but I sold it to one of my good friends here in town, Olive Aviation, so he has the other one. Here's the SkyWest CRJ 700. Pretty much all the SkyWest CRJ 700s in this livery operate for American, as far as I've seen in real life, so that's why that one's here. Here's the actual livery CRJ 700, CRJ 900, E175, two A319s. I have the Allegheny VistaJet A319 Retro, and then the PSA Retro A319. Both of these were actually US Airways originally, but I customized them to put the American logo on them. You can see the US logo just barely there. I didn't do a good job with removing it, but it is what it is. Here's 6 737s, 5 800s, and 1 MAX. Here's the new Astrojet 737 here, the Chrome Retro 737, the standard livery 737. This one's actually made by Apollo, not Gemini Jets. You can see it's a very obscure company. I have like 3 models made by them, which you'll see. Well, it's 3 models total. The other 2 you'll see later on. Here's a Gemini Jet 738 normal livery, the One World, and then the 737 MAX 8. A330-300 right over here. This one doesn't have any landing gear because, long story short, it fell off a shelf and the damage was so much I couldn't repair it. The funny story is its nose gear is actually on that Turkish A330-200 back there, which you'll see later on in the video. So there you go. So now it's just a display model. Pretty much it's always on the stand. I got 2 7878s here. I have the A321 by Gemini Jets. The engine literally just broke off, but I'll fix it after the video. One funny thing about this one is that it doesn't have a R2 door. You can see it. It's just it was a factory issue, so it doesn't have it. I don't know why, but it was made like that. So that's a little quirk about it that doesn't really bother me. I feel like it should, but it doesn't. I got 4 757s here. These 2 are in the new livery. This one's by NG Models. This one's by Gemini Jets. These 2 are in the old livery. 2014 release here by Gemini, and the 2008 release here by Gemini Jets. And then here's the MD-83. Alright? And I have 3 777-200ERs. Here's the first release of the new livery 777-200 in 2013. Here's the 2015 release, the One World. Here's the 2020 release, standard livery. And here's a true OG here. This is the first ever Gemini Jets new livery American plane ever made back in 2013. And it didn't even have these egress markings. I had to add them on later on myself. So there we go. And then here is the most recent 333 release, the 2019 one, 735 AT. 777-300ER, and then I have 2 7879s to finish off American. This one's by Gemini Jets, by 2020 release, 2020 release, registration 825 AA, and here's the NG Models one, 834. So, yeah. All right. Let's see, what else are we gonna do? It's kind of tough to see which ones are we. Let's do Delta. Why not? I'm here. So I have 11 Deltas, I think, in 1/400, and then I have 1 in 1/150 scale, which you'll see later in the video. So I have 3 regional jets, the CRJ 200, 700, 900. I have the MD-90 over here to start off the main lines. This was the first ever MD-90 release that Gemini made back in 2013. Got the A220-300, the 737-900ER by NG Models, and then some more NGs. I have the 321 standard and the 321 Thank You livery. 757-200 here by Gemini Jets, and then the newer 752 release by Gemini Jets, and then 757-300. Believe it or not, my Delta fleet used to be way bigger than this. Back in like 2014, 2015, I used to have a huge Delta fleet. I had like 2 777-200 LRs, I had a 767, I had another MD-90, I had another 752, the one with the 4-door configuration, XTWA. I used to have another 737-900, I used to have a 320. Yeah, a lot of models. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them because I either sold them or whatever. So, but that's just a fun fact I didn't want to forget about. All right, moving into Hawaiian here. Very special airline to me because this is where I'm from. I was born in Honolulu, so all my Hawaiian models are very special to me. I think my first flight was on one of these Hawaiian 717s actually. So here we go. So here's a 717-200 in the old livery. Here's the new livery, and then two A330s, old livery and new livery. And the funny thing is they're exactly the same plane. The registration is 388HA. I don't know why Gemini Jets chose to make the exact same one twice, but that's pretty funny. It just happened to be like that. So there we go. All right, so let's get over here to Alaska. So I have 4 Alaskas here. If you can kind of see this one, this is the NG models 737-900ER in the standard livery. Let me actually get over here so you can probably see it better. So there's the NG 739 regular. Here's the NG One World. Here's the Gemini Jets honoring those who serve livery, and then the Gemini Jets 737 MAX 9. And then moving over here, we have the Jet Blues. I have 2 of them, the E190 and the A320 with sharklets. All right. And then over here, Allegiant Air. 3 of them, MD-83, A320 old livery, and A320 old livery, new livery. Sorry. I used to have another one of these, but I sold it back to I gave it back to the hobby shop that I bought it from originally. And here's some 3 random airlines. I have this Shorts 360 and the Saab 340. This was originally Allegheny Commuter, and this was originally WestJet, but they're both like white, unmarked planes now. And then here's my only Silver Airways. It's ATR 42. And now moving into Southwest really quickly here. We'll start over here with the classic. Gemini Jets Classic livery 737-700. The NG model is Canyon Blue 737-700. The Gemini Jets 737-700 in the new livery. This model is annoyingly tail heavy, as you can tell. It never sits still. Like the 787 stabilizer is literally what's keeping it down, but it just never sits still, which is really annoying. But yeah, here's the Panda models 737-700 with split seminar winglets. Here's the Panda models California 1, the Gemini Jets Tennessee 1, which has custom split seminar winglets that I put on it myself. Unfortunately, this livery doesn't exist, and I found that out like just weeks after I did this custom job. Really sad. I hope it comes back soon. It's a really nice livery. And then last but not least, the Southwest 737 MAX 8, the newest release. Then moving back here to Spirit, I have 4 of them. They're all, or no, not all Gemini, but most of them are. A319, A320 Neo, the A321 by Gemini, and then the 321 by NG. And then here's Frontier. I have 2, the A321 Steve the Eagle, and A320 Neo Champ the Bronco. And then last, not last, I have United still, but here's Sun Country 737-800 new livery by NG models. And then, before I forget, I need to do my cargos. Sorry. Let's go back over here. So I have 3 cargo 747s here from the US. I have Atlas Air, which is the new release by Gemini Jets, the interactive series. I don't really like it a whole lot. I mean, I like it, but it's just I don't like how cheap these parts are. Like, look how easily that comes off. I feel like it shouldn't be that easy to remove, but it is, and it's really annoying me. But there we go. It's a beautiful model, though. National 747-400 here, and the custom Kalitta Air 747-400. This was originally a Delta when I bought it back in 2012, but long story short, it's Kalitta now. So yeah. Some more cargos. 2 FedEx. I have a Gemini Jet 757-200 and this horrible custom that I did back in 2018, 757. My only Prime Air is hidden back here. It's a 737-800 by JC Wings. I really would love to get a 767 for them, but it's so rare to find a Phoenix 767 for Prime Air. They're very expensive. They're like $100 on eBay. So hopefully somebody, JC Wings or somebody, can make one and be able to get one of those, because they are really cool. And now let me do my UPS fleet, which is pretty noticeable back here. I have 9 of them, I believe. So here's 2 757s. This is the one with Pratt & Whitney engines. This is the most recent release by Gemini Jets with Rolls-Royce. Aero Classics A300. I have a 767 by Gemini Jets without winglets, and then I have 4 with winglets here. And then I have the MD-11, which is my oldest UPS model. This aircraft unfortunately does not exist anymore in real life. This is a 277 UP. Of course it's not going to focus, but you can kind of see it. 277 UP. This aircraft unfortunately crash landed in Seoul back in 2017, and it was damaged beyond repair, but luckily no fatalities on it, thankfully no casualties, but the aircraft is not flying anymore. So that's my UPSs. Here's Central America, represented by 3 planes. I have Volaris A320neo by Gemini Jets, Aeromexico 737-800 by NG, and representing Panama, I have the Copa 737-800 with splits by NG. Okay, and now moving into, well actually let me do United, then we can officially move into Europe and out of the US. So here's my United fleet. You can kind of see it there. So I'll start down here with these regional jets. I have the CRJ-200 new livery. I have 2 CRJ-700s. This one is broken because, funny story, I lost it. It was like, it fell behind a shelf and I didn't know where it was until we were moving out of that house, and I found it sitting behind the shelf. And when I found it, it was miraculously all in one piece. The landing gear though, they were smushed against the wing. So they were just like smushed against the wing here. So it was all in one piece aside from that, and I tried to fix it. That's why the gear are not on it, but it didn't work, so I'm going to try my best to get it fixed. I don't know how, but that's why it's kind of broken there. And this one didn't break. This one I didn't lose. So just an FYI. And here's the CRJ 550, which is pretty much a 700 with less seats. Here's the Herpa Wings E170 and the Gemini Jets E175. This was an OG model in my collection. I got this in like mid 2012. Aero Classics United A319. Gemini Jets United A319 in the new livery. Just flew 2 of these from Chicago to New Orleans and New Orleans to Chicago. So the first trip report is already uploaded earlier this week, so be sure to check it out. And the next one is going to be uploaded on this coming Monday, I hope. Here's the Gemini Jets A320. And then here's the Gemini Jets Stars and Bars Friendship A320. Alright, moving into the 757 here. We have a Star Alliance livery by NG Models, the regular livery by NG Models, or the older livery, and then I have the new livery on order. 737-900 by Gemini Jets, and then the new livery is on order by NG. New livery 737-800 by Gemini. Old livery 738. 3 737-700s by NG. I have the new livery, the Star Alliance livery, and the old livery. Alright, now onto the wide bodies. I got the 767-300 here, old livery, and then here's the new livery. I got 3 777-200s. These 2 are the ERs, this is the non-ER. So here's the 2016 release by Gemini, here's the slightly newer release by Gemini. Same registration. I don't even know why they did that again, but it's the same exact plane that they released twice. And then here's the new livery, the 2021 I think release. It's a 777-200 non-ER, 210 UA. So yeah. And then moving on here to my 787s, I have the 787-8, the 787-9 by NG, 787-10 by Gemini, 777-300 ER, and then the 747-400. Okay, now we can move into, let's do Canada. Here's Canada. Got 5 models here. So I have the WestJet 737-700 by Gemini, Air Canada, I got the CRJ-900, Embraer 175, the A220-300, and then the NG models A330-300. Okay, now we can move into Europe. So here is Iceland. I have the NG models 757-200 in the standard livery, the NG models Vatnajökull 80 years of aviation livery, the Gemini Jets Hekla Aurora 757-200, and the Gemini Jets 100 years of Icelandic independence 757-300. And then back here I have some 747s. This is the JC Wings Air Atlanta Icelandic in the Astral livery 747-400. So it's Icelandic registration, therefore it's with Iceland. But Astral themselves, they are some sort of Kenyan Kenyan/Belgian cargo company. They're based in both Kenya and Belgium, I think. So that's what Astral is, I think. But the plane itself is operated by Air Atlanta Icelandic. Here's a blank 747-400 also by JC, which I operate also as Air Atlanta Icelandic because they fly these blank 747s into Rockford, and I've seen 2 of them. They always fly two specific 744s into Rockford. And I've seen both of them. You'll probably see them in the Rockford plane spotting video. It's already been out. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's a pretty cool video. Get up close with the 747. Okay, now into the UK. I have 5 models here. British Airways 7878 by Gemini Jets, 777-300ER, and then the beautiful One World 747-400. Back here, 2 Virgin Atlantics, the 7879 by Phoenix, and then the 747-400 by Gemini, which comes with the special collector's edition, not collector's edition, well, maybe collector's card, I should say. So as you can see, this one was made, 9,500 of this particular plane were made, and I have the 2,554th one. So it's got Richard Branson's signature and Gemini Jet's CEO's signature, whoever that is, Elliot or Todd, I don't know. And this is actually my second one of these. I used to have an A340-600 in the new livery, which I don't have the plane, but I do have the card somewhere. I've shown it before in a video, but I can't find the card. I'll look for it. Alright, moving into Europe proper. I got 2 KLMs here. This is a special model. This is my first ever Gemini Jets. Well, not my first ever. I used to have a United 767 actually, in the blue tulip livery. That was my first ever Gemini Jets. But this is the oldest Gemini Jets model, or 1400 model in my collection as of now. This is the Gemini Jets KLM 777-300ER. This model actually, long story short, all of its landing gear broke off until last year, where I was able to snag some Dragon Wings landing gear from that PIA on the stand over there, and I was able to do a little transplant and fix this one up. Unfortunately, the nose gear broke off as we were moving houses earlier this year, and I can't find it, so I'm really trying my hardest to get some spare nose gear to fix this thing up, but otherwise the main landing gear are there. But yeah, I would really like to get a new nose gear to fix that up, because it is a really nice model. This is PHBVA, which in real life now is the Orange Pride livery. And here's a Phoenix 747-400 with the biofuel sticker. I bought this specifically because it's named City of Karachi, which is a city that's very near and dear to my heart. Here's Iberia A350-900 from NG Models. The TAP Portugal A330-900 Neo by JC Wings. The Lot Polish Airlines 7878 by Phoenix with the Polish Olympic team sticker. And then here's Scandinavian. I have 2 SAS. The A330-300 by NG and the A350-900 new livery by NG. Alright, and then here's Lufthansa, or Swiss, Lufthansa Group. So here's the Swiss A330-300 by Phoenix. And I have 4 Lufthansas. The A330-300, they're all by Gemini Jets. A340-600 new livery, 350-900 new livery, and the 747-8 new livery. And then we are moving into the Middle East, or Asia now. Turkish is actually a European/Asian airline. They're more Asian than they are European, though, I would say. So let's get them real quick. So here's a 737-900ER by Apollo. Here's the A330-200 by Phoenix, the A330-300 by Phoenix, the new 7879 by Gemini Jets, and then the 777-300ER by Apollo. Alright. And let me just get Iran Air in this random plane over here. So here's the Iran Air A300 by Aero Classics, and then this random A330-300 by Phoenix. Originally it was Sri Lankan. Long story short, it's not. I've had it for about 5 years. I really wish I kept it in Sri Lankan livery, but things just sometimes don't go like that. So yeah. Okay, moving on into the actual Middle East. We'll start with Bahrain over here. I got 3 Gulf Airs. I have this custom A321. Originally it was a Gemini Jets US Airways A321. Long story short, it's Gulf Air now. It went from US Airways to New American to Spirit to Windrose to Gulf Air. It's been Gulf Air for like 4 years. Not the best custom. I did it myself. Here's a Gulf Air A330-200 in the Bahrain Grand Prix livery by Phoenix. And here's the 7879 in the new livery by Phoenix. We have the Royal Jordanian 787-8 by Gemini Jets. And here's the Kuwait 777-300ER by Phoenix. I have this Oman Air 737-800 by Phoenix. Moving into the UAE now. Fly Dubai 737 MAX 8 by Gemini. the Air Arabia A320 by Gemini, and I have my Emirates fleet now. So 5 of these. Start with the A380, my only A380 in the entire collection. 777-300ER and the orange Expo 2020 livery, 777-300ER Emirates. And here's the standard livery 777-300ER. And I have 2 LRs, 200 LRs. Here's the more recent release with the updated Expo 2020 sticker. This is A6EWI. And here's the older one in 2014. This is A6EWE, which is in slightly worse shape because it's missing the Boeing 777 200 LR writing on the nose, and the gear are kind of messed up as well, but otherwise it's a mighty fine looking plane. Okay, now into Etihad to conclude the UAE. Here's the Airbus A321, old livery by Phoenix. This model is a big meme. This is the Herpa Wings A340-600 in the Abu Dhabi Formula One Grand Prix livery. Like I mentioned in the previous collection updates, I really regret buying this model because it's literally like almost every part of this thing has broken off at some point. It's missing a stabilizer, it's missing the nose gear. Surprisingly, nothing else has broken off since then, but both wings I think broke at some point. This stabilizer broke. Engines have also broken off. It's a terrible model. Herpa Wings is not the best. It's a horrible company. I have that E170, and that's like all the Herpa models that I have in 1/400. Well, actually, I have that a 777 back there, but in terms of 1/400 scale, yeah, don't buy from Herpa. Overpriced and terrible quality. So that's my 2 cents for that. Here's an Etihad 777-300ER in the old livery. First Dragon Wings of the video. This one has the test registration 6018N. It's an older, very old model, like 2005 release, and it didn't have the egress arrows. I put these on myself later on. Here's the new livery 777-300ER by Gemini Jets, the 7879 by Phoenix, and the 78710 by Gemini Jets. All right, and then I think we just need Saudi, and then we'll move into the South Asia. So here's 3 Saudis. I have all 777-300ERs, all by Phoenix. So here's the older livery. Here's the Landmarks livery, which no longer exists. It's now this plane was actually repainted into the retro livery, which is super nice. It looks super dope. I would really like to get a model of that whenever it's released. Eventually, maybe not, but it's a cool livery. I like it a lot more than this one. And then here's the newest one, the new livery Saudia 333 by Phoenix as well. Okay, so now let's do Qatar, because Qatar is also Middle East. So I have 8 models, I think, yeah. They're mostly by Phoenix. So we'll start here with the A330-300, the A350-900, NG models, A350-900, Aviation 400, A350-1000, Phoenix 777-200LR, One World 777-300ER, and then the standard livery 777-300ER. And then I have this Herpa 1/500 scale 777-300ER. It doesn't have any landing gear because they broke off. But this aircraft, actually, where am I going to put it? I'll just put it here. I customized it into the FC Barcelona livery back when that livery existed. I did this custom back in 2015. So you can see the FCB livery. I think it came out pretty good for, considering how long ago it was. I think I did a pretty swell job on it. Originally, here's the box, actually. This model was made especially for Qatar Airways. So I bought it from the Doha airport in 2013, the old airport. So this model was the old livery originally, as you can see the old livery there. The original registration was A7BAB. Yeah, A7BAB. That plane is now the One World. The FCB livery is A7BAE, but I didn't really care back then, so yeah. Okay, let's start with South Asia. So my only Indian airline and aircraft is the 777-300ER Air India by Prairie Wings, technically JC Wings, but super stellar model. I love this one so much. And then its neighbor here, Pakistan International Airlines 777-300ER by Phoenix, and here's a PA 777-200LR by Dragon Wings. It's a custom model. Well, not a custom model, but the new livery. This is a custom job that I did. JC Wings retro livery 777-200, and I have 2 Phoenix 777-200ERs. This is the older one that I got in 2013. This is the newer one that I got in 2016. And then here's the Dragon Wings 200 LR. That is permanently a display model. It's still in the old livery. And this is the model whose landing gear that I stole to fix up the KLM 333 back there. But it was worth it because this model is really nice as a display model as well. Alright, more Pakistan here. I have two ATRs, the ATR 42 by JC, or they're both by JC, but the ATR 42 and the ATR 72, which is a custom. Originally it was a Iran Air, but I customized it to PIA. Okay, Dragon Wings PIA 320, Gemini Jets one, the Gemini Jets retro livery, Air Blue A320 with sharklets. The sharklets I did a horrible job on. And then the Air Blue 320 with standard wingtip fences. Air Cial A320s, two of them by Aero Classics, and then the Serene Air 737-800 by Phoenix. All of these are custom models that I did myself. Okay, here's the Sri Lankan A320 Neo by Aero Classics. And here's the Sri Lankan A330-200 by NG in the One World livery. And then quickly, here's Malaysia. I have the 737-800 by NG and the Malindo 737-900ER by Phoenix. And then here's a random model. I don't know why it's just all the way over here, but it's a Continental 737-800, which should be with the Uniteds, but I put it back here. Unfortunately, over time, it did break a lot. Yeah, it's not in the best shape, but this is a Gemini Jets model, Continental 737-800. And most of the time, it just sits in its box, so I don't really have any use for it, but there you go. All right. Now, actually, I forgot to do Africa. This, unfortunately, is my only model for the entire continent of Africa, which is really, really embarrassing to say, but it just is what it is what it is. But here's the Gemini Jets Ethiopian Airlines 777-200 LR. So yeah, for the 50 plus countries in Africa, I only have one model, but I really don't have any use for the other airlines because they don't fly to any of the airports I currently model. And so yeah, my camera is on low battery, unfortunately, so I'll switch over to my phone to conclude this video. It will not conclude the video, but we need to get Asia and then the bigger models and all that. So let me get my phone real quick. All right, so to the last part of this collection, not the collection update, but this table is my Far East Asia. So I have China over here, JC Wings YTO Cargo 757-200, Phoenix Models Air China A330-200, and then briefly here's Thailand, Thai Airways A330-300, Korea, South Korea, Gemini Jets Korean Air 777-300ER. This is the 2008 release, so quite an old model. Here's Cathay Pacific Group from Hong Kong. I have the Aviation 400 Cathay Dragon A330-300, the JC Wings Cathay Pacific 777-300ER. Here's Taiwan EVA Air 777-300ER by JC Wings. And then here's Japan. So let me quickly get Japan here. The NG models, JAL 7879. JC Wings, well, originally it is a JC Wings 777, but the overall model is a custom. Japan Airlines 777-300ER. It was a blank 333 originally, but I customized it to be Japan Airlines. I might redo this because I don't like some of the parts of it, but overall I think I did a pretty decent job on it. And hopefully somebody like JC Wings or Aviation 400 can release a Japan 333 proper livery, like the standard livery, because I would love to get that, and I can use this for something else. More Japan, ANA 7879 by Phoenix, which has the 58787 sticker there. And then here's the Aviation 400 ANA 777-300ER, which is a really nice model. I love this one. And before I forget, here is the Ansett Australia 767-200 by Dragon Wings. This is the only airline from Oceania that I have, and that's basically Australia, New Zealand, and I think Papua New Guinea. I don't have any Qantas or Air New Zealand models, unfortunately, but I do hope to probably add those in the future sometime. This model I originally bought to customize eventually into Air Transport International, but I have not got around to doing that yet, so it's still in the Ansett livery. And so it's pretty much my only airline from Australia, or that region, Oceania, at the moment. So yeah, that's basically it. Let's move on to the rest of the video with the other models. So that's all the 1400s actually. Let me actually go over here to show you
This is a 1/250. Can you believe it? This is a 1/250 scale model. Imagine how small it would be if it was 1/400. But this is the TWA Boeing 307 Stratoliner by Model Power. That's the name of the company. And I bought this. This is a very old model. It's one of the older ones I have in my collection, if not one of the oldest. Bought this in Karachi in Pakistan in like 2010, 2011. So yeah, really old models there. Here, I don't know what scale this is, but this is a handcrafted, made in Pakistan, Pakistan Air Force JF-17 Thunder. I bought this from the Pakistan Air Force Museum when I went there in 2013. Hopefully next time I'm in Karachi, I'll get to go back. Highly recommend visiting that place. Definitely a must visit when you're in Karachi. Whoever has the chance to visit Karachi, definitely visit it. The PAF Museum, beautiful, amazing place. So I bought this from there. Unfortunately, the stand that this model came with broke. It would have a stand that would fit into the afterburner back here, and it would just like kind of sit like this. It was really cool, but that broke. And then the stabilizers here also broke too. They chipped off a little bit, sadly. There was a big like missile or like weapon down here. That's also gone. And same with the one on this wing here. It's also gone, but oh well. It's a nicely detailed model though, considering, you know, it's a made from wood, like handcrafted model. The details on it are super nice. The decals are kind of coming off though, but you know, it's still really, really cool. And then here, these are my only two military, by the way. I don't have a lot of military planes, but here's the Skymarks 1/250 scale VC-25A, or better known as Air Force One when the president is on board. So this one I got from the Chicago O'Hare Terminal 5 back in, I think, 2011 or something. They used to have a shop there by the check-in, and they would sell this. This model was one of the things they sold there. So I bought this back then, and unfortunately this engine here is missing the fan blades. Sadly doesn't have it. A very OG model. I don't know, I bought this when I was what, like 7.5 maybe. So I tried to draw the landing gear doors on it. It didn't go so well. And I also painted the stand black, aside from the flag and the words. But yeah, I don't know why I did that, but then again, I was a little kid, so cut me some slack. A very, very legendary model, that is. All right, so that's all of these table models. Now, next part of the video, I'll just get the other display models shown to you guys, and then we will be done. Just as a brief intermission here between the two parts, I just want to show you guys these. I do not count these as actual models. They're just toys, I guess. I have these, like, they're not Legos. I don't know what to call these. I got this FedEx 767, and I have this American, what's supposed to be a 777-300ER. The tail is gone. I don't know where that is. But yeah, I just have these in this little cabinet here. Just want to show you guys that. And then here's the box for my Dragon Wings Cut Their Airways 777-300ER back when I used to have it. $26. I bought it back in 2013. I don't have the model anymore, but for some reason I have the box, so that's a little weird. But yeah, I just want to show you guys that. Now let's get into the actual display models. All right, everybody, so here is the final segment of the video. These are all of my, well, not all of them, but most of my display models. I have 8 of them here, as you can see, and they're just sitting on top of this little mantle on this little fireplace thing in the basement that doesn't work. It came with the house, so I just thought, you know, make good use of it, put some of these models up here. So I have 8 of them, like I just said. They are mostly 1/200. I have 1/250, 1/200, and 1/150. So yeah, let's get started without wasting any time here. First one is this British Airways 777-200ER by a company you've probably never heard of. It's called Premier Planes. Focus here. Yeah, Premier Planes. I got this when I was in London back in 2011. I actually had the 757, A319, and A320 as well, but I don't have those anymore. This is the only one left. Somehow the model kind of yellowed or green. I don't know what color is that. It got like tarnished, or I don't know how to call it, but it's not white anymore. As you can see, the tail somehow is, but the model itself, the fuselage, got really yellowed over the past 10 years. I tried making it more quote-unquote realistic by painting the wings. That looks so bad. I was 7, don't judge me. And then there's the stand, it's also yellowed. and I don't know what I wrote. It's impressive for a 7-year-old to have written all that, but yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, so that's that, and then I have some model rickshaws here. That's kind of irrelevant, but you know, every time we go to Pakistan, it's kind of like a family tradition. Not tradition, but like a thing. You usually just get some little rickshaws before we leave from the Karachi airport. We buy them from the Karachi airport, so this one's cool, but that's besides the point. Speaking of Pakistan, here's two of them, two PIA models. I have this one by Hogan Wings, 1200. This is the 777-200ER in the Quetta Nature's Orchard livery. Back when PIA used to do these beautiful provincial tail schemes, they stopped doing it because they cost too much money. But yeah, this model is very special to me because I actually flew this plane from Karachi to Chicago via Barcelona in 2011. So yeah, APBHX. So yeah, really happy to have this one. And then here's another one, PIA 777-300ER in the regular livery by JC Wings 1200. Super awesome model. I got this earlier this year in 2021, and it's so nice. It's got the wooden stand. The stand plate is a bit weird. It's very loose. I need to glue it on, but yeah, it's a beautiful model. And then here's my other 777-300ER and 1200. This is the Emirates by Gemini 200. This was my first ever Gemini 200 I bought earlier in the year as well. And then here is a Hogan Wings 1200 Boeing 787-8 in the house livery with the wooden stand and everything. I bought this from the Seattle Space Needle when I went to Seattle in 2013. And the landing gear I added on later. Originally I bought it without the landing gear, but yeah. And then here's a JC Wings United Star Alliance livery 777-200ER. This one's also very special to me because I have also flown this exact plane. This is the Reg November 77022, and I flew this in business class from Chicago to Denver back in April. You might have seen the video of that, and I was sitting right here in seat 9A. So really nice to have the model of it. The engines I feel like are a bit small. They look more like the Pratt & Whitneys than GE90s. Like, you can kind of tell they look way too small to be GE90s, because this is the Emirates right here. This is what a GE90 should look like. This engine is a little too small, I think. And here's another GE90. This is what it should look like. And to me, it just looks a little too small. It looks more like a Rolls Royce than a GE90, which is not what United has. United has the GE90s on these Continental 777s and the Pratt & Whitneys on their legacy ones. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm seeing things. I don't know. Okay, next up is the Skymarks United 777-200ER. 1/200 scale. Bought this from New York City when I went there in 2016 from a hobby shop there. So that's cool. And then last but not least is the Delta 757-200 by Skymarks 1/150 scale. This model, believe it or not, the actual production line, we're supposed to have winglets. I bought this from Grayland Station in Chicago, hobby shop in Chicago. I bought it and it didn't have winglets. So I'm not even exaggerating. I'm probably the only person in the entire world to have this model without winglets. I don't even know how I bought it. Like, literally, if you look at the wings, you can see they look perfectly normal. It doesn't seem like anybody cut the winglets off or anything. It looks perfectly fine. So I don't know what the deal is here. I bought it like this, but the original model has winglets. If you search up Skymarks Delta 757, they have 757-200, they have winglets. So I customized it my own way. I redid the wings. As you can see, I painted these on earlier this year, and I added my own reg. It's 674DL, which is the exact Delta 757 without winglets I flew from Chicago to Atlanta in July. So yeah, cool. So that is my display models. Well, the vast majority of them, as you saw the other two earlier on. Hope you enjoyed this segment. Let's finally conclude the video.
All right, everybody. So I switched back to my camera. I figured I'd quickly do this scene before my camera battery runs out forever. Not forever, why did I say that? But I just switched over to the camera for this ending part. Thank you so much for sticking till the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I apologize if it was rushed. Like I said, this is the last chance I'll be able to do this video before I leave home for a little while, or maybe like a few days. But I really wanted to get this video filmed as soon as I could, hence I kind of rushed some parts of it, but I really hope you enjoyed it. I apologize I couldn't include my aircraft and airline memorabilia in this video, otherwise it would have just been way too long. Like I mentioned in the beginning, it was like a 90-minute video with that included, and I don't have the disk space on my computer to handle all that. So hopefully this video is able to be made without any issue. I'll see how my computer handles it, but I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a big thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do this. I spent at least 3-4 hours just working on this video total this week, so on filming it. So I really would appreciate your support here, and comment below what your favorite model was if you had any, and I challenge you to name every single country that's represented in this collection if you can. There's 37 countries. I challenge you guys, my subscribers, to name every single country that's represented here. If you can do it, I will give you a shout out in a video or something, but if you can do it, I'll be very impressed, but chances are most of you probably won't be able to do it. Maybe, I don't know, surprise me. I really want to see you guys try it. Name every single country that's represented in this collection. There should be 37, so do your best, comment below. This is my last video of the year. Thank you so much for an incredible year, and hopefully 2022 will be even better. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next year for my next video. Alright, goodbye.